Welcome to Taylor's Mill. Containing some 500 homes, Taylor's Mill will be carefully crafted to make a welcome addition to Kimberley, one that integrates seamlessly with the city and provides a host of new and alluring opportunities for its residents and visitors. Every aspect of development will be guided by the desire to create a truly inclusive community that takes the best practices of social, economic, and environmental sustainability to heart.
We're in the city right now. We're actually inside the city boundaries, but we're close to Meadowbrook. Meadowbrook's just right over there.
Okay, yeah, we look on your second page there and I'll show you sort of where we are. Okay, you see this kind of open area right down here?
Yeah.
We're standing right in the middle of it.
Okay.
Okay, and the towers are just directly north of us.
Yeah, so this is
So if you're looking
right here, so the other-
and you're seeing this area down here, we're standing right in the middle of that area. Okay?
all of this.
And we are inside the city here. This is zoned industrial. Okay? There's this piece of land. If we were to sell off this piece of land, a guy can build a fence right on that line, put an industrial operation on this piece of property, keep everyone off of it, chop all the trees down. They could do it if they wanted to. If I'm forced to get return for my shareholders through other means than doing the development that we've got planned. And I don't want to do that. But that's a potential thing that could happen if we don't get the boundary expansion. So something for you guys to think about. Taylor's Mill will celebrate and honor the land on which it sits with a significant commitment to public parks and pathways, hiking and horseback trails, sporting fields, a toboggan hill, and an outdoor amphitheater located at the community summit. TMP is also demonstrating its commitment to the forest that covers the property. In its logging operations, TMP is striving to approximate natural forest succession by leaving the best seed trees untouched. Under TMP's care, the forest will be managed forever and be allowed to reach an old growth stage, something that's very rare in these parts. So guys, this gives you a good idea of, here's an edge where I've marked loggers. I just say, okay guys, we don't need you to go in here and mess with this. This part here is more of the natural process. You see some spacing in here. You see the grass is starting to grow. This is wildlife habitat that we don't want to destroy. Okay? So, and there's no pine beetle in there. There might be a few pine in there, but nothing appreciable. On this side, there's still pine, and we got to get that stuff out. So, but you can see what I'm trying to do with this, the stuff that we are logging, is to reproduce this kind of forest. Okay, this is potentially going to be old growth forest sometime down the road. More importantly, it will not be exposed to the whims of individual title owners unlikely to share the same mindset with respect to forestry. As November 15th approaches, along with the municipal election and a public referendum on the question of boundary extension, Kimberley residents need to ask themselves a few fundamental questions, especially with respect to Taylor's Mill, the largest of the 3 parcels up for annexation.
Some of the misinformation I've heard is that the city will have to pay for all the roads and sewers that get put in here, all the services.
No, we pay for all of that. So the only thing the city has to do, they take it over and they have to maintain it, but they don't have to do any replacing of that stuff for probably at least 30 years. So what is going to happen in our city, do we even have sidewalks? Our infrastructure that we have in the city already is quite old and needs maintenance and repair. Okay, we're going to need a lot of money for that. And where are we going to get that money? Okay, it all comes back to the existing taxpayer. So
if you guys will be taxpayers one of these days, but your parents are taxpayers, and their bills are going to go up. But this could help. This could help ease that burden if we expand our boundary and hence our tax base. Would I rather see the forest carefully managed and nurtured to an old growth stage with wildlife corridors intact? Or am I okay with leaving the forest open to neglect, fire hazard, and indiscriminate clear cutting? Would I rather see some new residents contribute to Kimberley's tax base? Or am I ready and willing to shoulder the city's ever-increasing tax burden? Should I embrace a proactive contribution to the city's need for affordable and seniors housing? Or am I content to watch the longtime residents of Kimberley move away because they can no longer afford to live here? Would I rather enjoy access to a well-maintained network of hiking trails and an array of world-class recreational and educational facilities? Or will a patchwork of fenced-off acreages and industrial sites make Kimberley a better place? This is the size of trees that were back in the 20s, and when Taylor's Mill was operating, this is how they logged. Okay, so they cut these notches in here and put a springboard in here, and they would saw the log up about that high. But this is part of the history. We're going to leave all these stumps as well. We're leaving all these. We're going to put a trail system through them because this is part of our past and part of our history, and I think that's important too. So Kimberley, what should it be? A yes vote to boundary extension and all the economic, environmental, and social benefits Taylor's Mill wants to bring to our community? Or a no that could open the door to a gradual ruin of the surrounding forest and the beauty of our city's viewscape?